welcome back to my channel. Today I have another Cricut video for you, and in this video I'm going to give you 4 Christmas gift ideas that you can make using your Cricut. I am going to be using my Cricut Joy machine, the lovely little one here, but you can use your Cricut Maker or Explore Air 2 for these makes. The smart materials fit in the Joy machine, however you can get other similar vinyls that you can use on your Cricut mats for the Maker and the Explore Air 2. So I'll make sure to link everything in the description box below so you can go and find it and you can make them for yourselves. But these are great sort of ideas, and it's just a case of showing you some examples of what you can achieve with your Cricut for Christmas gifts. Before I get started, if you're new, make sure to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, let me know in the comments if you're going to be making any of these things that I show you in the tutorial today, because I'd love to know. And yeah, we're going to get straight on into it because there's 4 makes and we don't want to waste any time. So the first one I'm going to show you is the jar, the self-love jar. So I'm going to put my camera down and I'm going to get started with the make. So what I'm going to be using for the make is this little jar. You can get these in the UK on Baker Ross in a pack of 6 if you want to make quite a few of them for friends, or you can have a look in Poundland and stuff like that. They have like jars and things like that in Poundland. And then I'm going to be using the Smart Vinyl in pink, but again you can use any adhesive vinyl from Cricut, one that goes on a mat, but I'm just using the Smart because it fits in my Joy. I'm going to be using my weeding tool, a pair of scissors and some transfer tape. Now optional little extra is to put the pieces of cards with things written in them inside the jar. You can do this on your Joy, and you can put cardstock in the machine on a mat and get the Joy to write them for you. So that's what I'm going to do, but obviously you can hand write them and cut them out if you want to as well. So I've just opened up a new project, and for this we're going to put self-love as a slogan. So we're going to hit the text tool. I'm just going to scroll through to find a font that I like the look of. I quite like this folk art style. Let's try this. Let's do love in that. Let's go on layers. I just want to make sure that, oh yeah, so here we go. I want to delete that layer and delete that layer. So what I'm left with is this kind of cut out like that. There's no other layer to it. It's now a single layer. Sorry, go on edit. And I might just change the letter spacing just so it's a little bit closer together. Now I'm going to go into text and I'm going to find a fairly simple font for self. That one's quite nice. Let's check that and see what that looks like. So there we go, that looks quite cute. Pretty simple, but it looks pretty. I might even add like a little floral design underneath. So let's go on image. We can just type in flower. I quite like this little black flower here, so I'm going to insert that one, just pop it underneath. It'll probably be a little bit smaller like that. And now I just want to make sure that this is measuring the right amount for my jar, and the way to do that, if you get a tape measure or a ruler, you just measure the jar. So I want it to be sort of round the front half of the jar, so it's measuring about 9 centimetres, about 3.5 inches wide and about 3 inches long there. So what you need to do, select all, and as you resize it, if I bring it up closer you can see, as you resize you'll see the measurement come up on the side there, and I've got it set to inches. You can change this in settings if you prefer centimetres. So I'm just going to do that, so the height is 3.5, about there like that, and that's it. Might even bring that flower a little bit closer. And then love, I might do in a mint green, so I can just keep it like that for now. I can use this pink vinyl for self and the flower, and I'm going to get a mint green for the love. So I'm going to use this packet as well. This is a smart vinyl as well, and I'm going to use this lovely little green in there. So we can go ahead and press make it without matte. And it's coming up here showing the pink version first, and this is why it's important to change the colour of your layer in the design space, because when it comes to cutting, the system automatically recognises that it's a different vinyl. So we've got self there ready. We can just press continue. We don't need to mirror it for this because it's a normal vinyl. We're going to select Smart Vinyl Permanent because it's already there. And then it will tell you that you can press go, so we're going to press go. unload that from the machine. It then comes up showing that the green one is next, so we can press Smart Vinyl. Same as before, just feed it in. And once that's checked it, we can press go. So this part is optional, but I've got these really cute winter sparkle papers, and I'm going to cut out some positive affirmations. So I'm going to use this card to put on a mat, and then I'm going to use the Cricut Joy pens. Probably going to use these glitter gel pens here. These are really cute. You can use them to like write your cards and all sort of things like that. So I'm going to use these to write the positive affirmations for me, so that it's in like nice handwriting. So for cardstock, we just want to use a light grip blue mat. So I've got a selection of papers here. So I'm going to pop it face down like this. Just going to insert a rectangle, and these are for the cards, and then some text, pen pals like that. So these need to be about 1.5 inches. So that kind of shows you what it needs to look like. So we've got our rectangle with our text in the middle. I'm just going to make a few more, and then I'll show you what to do when it comes to the mat process and cutting it and writing it. What I did once I inserted all of my text, so when you highlight the text tool and you go on edit, you'll see I've selected draw. So on here, line type, it's usually automatically set to cut. You want to select draw, and then you've got all of the pen options, and I mentioned earlier I was going to do a gel pen, so I've selected gold. You apply that, and when you've selected all of them as a gel pen, you highlight all of them with your finger. Once they're all highlighted, you need to make sure that you press attach. And what happens when you go to the make it screen, you want to say on a mat, you'll see that all of them come up together on one mat. So when you press continue, it will ask you to put your mat in and your pen in the little clamp here, and before you unfeed it, it will alert you to change it to the blades tool. So that's what you do. Okay, so I'm now going to unload that, and what you'll see is the glitter gel pen has done my text for me, and then the blade has cut it out. So I'm just going to peel these off now, and then I'll show you how to put the vinyl onto the jar. So these are optional, but this is how it's turned out. So I've got our little cards like this, and then I've got my little affirmations and kind of mindfulness things on there in that nice pen. So those can go inside the jar. Pop them in there. And then in terms of the vinyl, I've just weeded off all of the excess vinyl. I've got a bit of transfer tape and I've stuck it on top here like that. Use a scraping tool. Then this should, if you peel the backing away from the transfer tape, it should come off quite easily. And then we can line this up, stick it on there like that. Do the same again for the green. And there we have it. There is the design. So now, really simply, you just need to get your jar. You can see that that's the back because there's like a ridge there. I'm going to turn it around. It's going to go on right here. Pop that on like that. Use your tool just to make sure the vinyl's all stuck on there. So once you've done that, you can just go around with your thumb, make sure that that's all stuck on there like that. And there we go, how cute is that? And then to finish it off, I'm just going to add a little bit of ribbon around the edge. And there we go, you guys, there is your little self-love jar. For our next make, I'm going to show you a simple mug design, and this is just going to have hot choc and chill written on it in a few different colours. I'm going to go for these 4 colours, and this is the permanent vinyl again. I get a lot of questions about mugs. Now with permanent vinyl, it is not dishwasher safe. It is permanent, so once it's on the mug, it should stay on the mug. However, it is advised not to wash it, like scrub it. But obviously if you're using the mug, I would say just keep the design away from the edge so that you can sort of hand wash any of the edges when you clean it, and you can clean the inside as normal and things like that. Just refrain from getting this too wet and putting it in the dishwasher. So other than that, it should be absolutely fine. I'm going to insert some text just as before. I'm going to insert the design. Let's find some font that we like the look of. Quite like Four Seasons Home Decor. That's like one of my favourites at the moment. So if we do hot chalk, and then layers, duplicate, hot jack, and then I'm going to get another font, something a little bit more cursive. I'm going to go for lipstick lettering and just put chill letter spacing a little bit closer together. Hot chalk and chill. And when you wield this, you'll see at the moment the lines are kind of cut off, but if you go onto actions, weld, you'll see it becomes like one shape. So that's kind of how I want it. Cool, so that's the design ready to go. Make sure you weld your letters so that they turn into one word instead of separate letters. And then highlight all of them, and as before you want to get a tape measure or a ruler and just measure your mug. So it's about 4 inches across, 4 inches wide and 3 inches tall. So let's do it 4 inches. Perfect, it's measuring about 2.5 inches tall. So we can go ahead and press make it without mat. And it's saying to put this one in first, so we can just go ahead and cut it. And whilst it's cutting, what I like to do is start weeding off the excess vinyl on the other letters, and it just gets it all ready to make it. It just makes the process a lot faster. Once you have your letters weeded and all of the vinyl taken off, I've just sort of laid them where I want them, and I've cut a piece of transfer tape to size. So what you want to do is just take off the backing to your transfer tape. I'm going to start off with the letters hot, and I'm just using the grid on the actual transfer tape itself to help me see that it's straight. And we can do the same with chalk. Make sure it lines up on that grid. We do chill first, and then the N can line up with the chill. There it's on the transfer tape. We just want to use the scraping tool. So once your design is like this, you can go ahead and pop it on your mug. I'm just going to do it by eye as well, so I'm just going to turn it around so I can see what I'm doing. Pop it on there. And there we go. Looks really cute. I'm now going to finish it off and I'll show you what it looks like. Now moving on to my t-shirt design, I'm going to do Namaste in bed, and I quite like this linotype Rowena Pro Med. I'm going to use that font face. So I'm just going to do it all in caps, Namaste, and then I'm going to find another font, maybe Felicity. Yeah, I quite like that, but I'm going to do the letters individually and you'll see why. Because what I want to do is make sure they join up. If we go on to edit, letter space, let me move it up so I can see it, letter spacing, and then BED. Needs to go a little bit further in terms of letter spacing. perfect. So let's move those down. Right, now let's measure the t-shirt. Just as before, you want to measure your objects that you're putting it on. So I'm doing this little pocket here. So it is about 3.5 inches wide and about 4 tall. So if we do this 3 inches, you can actually redo it here as well, so I can put 3 in there. Just gonna have a play around with the font and then I'll let you know what it looks like when it's done. Here is the final design. So I'm going to be doing this one in like a pink iron-on, and then I've added a little leaf on there as well, just like before with inserting an image, simple to do. And then I've welded the text together so it's all now one piece. And we can go ahead and press make it. I'm using this really lovely smart iron-on it's called In Bloom Pink. I'll link it below. I've never used this before, so I have no idea what it's going to turn out like. But I'm going to use this kind of pink one for the letters and then this pink and green one for the leaf. So you want to select without matte, and then I'm guessing it works the same way as normal iron-on, which is shiny side down, hopefully. So we're going to do a test cut. I'll do this leaf, and you want to make sure that you mirror both of these cuts because it's an iron-on, you need to mirror them. So let's go on to this one first. Press continue, and I'm going to select materials, and then in smart materials, here we go, smart holographic pattern. So smart iron-on patterned, we select that one. Make sure mirrors turned on and iron-on material is face shiny side down. Cool. So I'm going to do this one actually. Just move that in there, pop it in. Go. So I'm just going to weed off the excess vinyl here. So you want to lay out your t-shirt on a heatproof mat. I'm just going to take this sticker off. I've got on my heatproof mat, but you can do this on an ironing board with your iron. Just going to take any moisture out of the pockets. Okay, so I've got it where I want it. Now we can just lay our easy press on top, press our green button and give it 30 to 40 seconds. Just peel the protective casing off. And there we go. How cute does that look? Last but not least, we're going to do these socks, and I'm going to put Mum Life on the bottom. So I'm going to use the smart iron-on in this really cool holographic colour. It's going to look like that, which is awesome. And then for this, similar to last time, wow, how amazing is that? I don't know if it comes up on camera quite so well, but that is so cool. We go onto text, and then for this I'm just going to do really big bold letters. Let's do headline news. So MUM, and then layers, duplicate, and LIFE. What I want to do is just measure the sock. Go on the bottom of the sock, so it needs to fit sort of like in this section. I'm going to do it about 4 inches wide and 2 inches tall. So let's just check that. Let's just check that. Go on edit. Aha, here we go. So we can say 4 wide. Let's just do this one 4 wide as well. Great. So there they are. We just go on to actions. Make sure you weld the letters so it turns into one word. And that's it, we can press make it. Go on to all materials, and then it is holographic. So iron-on, smart iron-on holographic. It's now time to do the socks. So we're just going to preheat the fabric I'm not sure what it's going to do in terms of like ironing on this sort of fabric because I've not done it before, but hopefully it'll look really cute. Just pop it on like that in the middle, and then let's do a press.
So that is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed seeing how to create these 4 Christmas gift ideas. They are so easy to make, and I think you can agree that I think they're super effective. I especially love these mum life socks. I literally want a pair for myself, and I'm not even a mum yet. I just think they're so cool. There's so many things you can do with this kind of vinyl and that kind of thing as well. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you decide to make any of these projects for your Christmas gifts. You can also make these any time of the year, whether it's for a birthday or just to treat someone special, and I hope you enjoyed seeing how to make them. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye!